In version 2.3, the simulated universe will undergo a huge update in the form of Divergent Universe. Okay, I heard MTash talk about this once, and I think it's a great idea. Also, hi, Aggie. Hi, hi. I heard MTash talk about this once, and I think it's a great idea. I I I think they should change the tokens that you give you free Sim Universe runs and change those into skip tokens. I think that's a really good idea. I love Sim Universe, right? I think Sim Universe as a whole is the future of Endgame. Like what they've been doing with Sword Disaster and Golden Gear. I think that's the future of Endgame. And the reason why is because like MOC, yeah, they could add more and more floors, but it's not really like new or different content. It's just bigger numbers, right? And eventually there's just gonna hit a point in MOC where you just can't beat it anymore, right? There's just too many floors, and just mathematically, like things are just one-shotting you. There's no way of beating it. But the thing is, for something like Conundrum, where you get those like you get all the bonuses and stuff, you have all these mobs that like AoE one-shot your entire team. But because of all those blessings and curios and the builds that you could do, you play around that, right? Like when you do Conundrum, your team's like artifacts and builds almost don't matter as much as the blessings you pick around your team. Like if running like a freeze comp and then picking remembrance and then building a team around that, or taking like an Acheron team and then trying to make them like as fast as possible while also building up as much ult damage as possible. So you just spam Acheron ults as much as possible with hunt stuff, but at the same time hit as hard as possible with erudition stuff. So it's kind of like it comes less down to your character's builds and more how you plan out the run, which I think is really good gameplay. I think that's very like I don't know. I like that type of gameplay. Some people might argue like, oh, like I'd rather the relics matter more, which is why you have MOC. MOC, like that's where your character's builds matter more. But I think Conundrum is great because it kind of like the limits are like endless because of all the blessings and stuff. And the way you like plan out your run. So I really like that. So I'm pretty excited to see what they do here. Because I think Sim Universe is a great idea. But the issue is base Sim Universe is just too easy at this point. It's like, it's too tedious and it's too easy. Because you can't just full auto it. You have to run still from thing to thing. Like it normally, like if you want to farm relics and then just log off for the day, you could just go into a relic domain, hit auto 4 times, and then you're done. But now it's like it's more than 4 times. What is it? It's 6 times. You hit auto 6 times and then you're done. But it's like for Sim Universe, you still have to run through the entire thing. But it's easy. Like base Sim Universe is just too easy. It's not a challenge anymore for most people. So it's kind of run its course. So I'm really excited to see that they're changing it. And I really liked MTash's idea of kind of just getting you, like, so that you could farm the relics, the 2 pieces faster. Because, like, everything in this game, like, one of the reasons why people like this game so much is that it's way easier to farm everything. Like, you do your Genshin dailies, it takes you, like, a freaking hour, right? Like, you do Genshin dailies for, like, an hour. Just to, like, spend your Trailblazer power, or your resin. Spend your resin and your commissions. Like that alone takes like an hour, and then it's like, okay, now like I could go do the story or whatever. And it's like, dude, I just spent like an hour playing the game and I didn't even progress anywhere in the story. So then it's like, I like this because you could just log on your phone, hit auto, like go do something else, come back 5 minutes later and you're done for the day if you want. But the issue with Sim Universes is a lot more kind of Genshin, where it's like you have to run through it multiple times and it takes a while to farm your relics. So I really like MTash's idea of using a token to just skip through it instantly and instantly get the rewards for a full run. I think that's a very good idea. So then that way you only have to like, if you only do for the 1400 points, that's 2 runs, right? Like you have to do 2 Sim Universe runs a week to get the 1400 points to cap out. And you get the 8 tokens from that. Or you get 4 or 8 tokens a week. I think you get 4 a week. You have 4 a week. So you could do like 1 week on, 1 week off, right? Like you do it 1 week, you get 1 token to just fully skip a run, get all the rewards from it. So you do 1 week on, 1 week off. I think that alone would be a big change. That's kind of what I'm hoping for. But I'm also hoping that they kind of just make base Sim Universe more appealing somehow. And then it's kind of like, it's the same with Akron. It's why they added in Akron's ability, or E, where you just like, you kill something and you don't go into combat. I really think one of the bigger reasons they did that is Sim Universe, because it's just a pain in the ass to farm Sim Universe for the relics. And Acheron just like, she speeds that up, because now you don't have to like load into combat, fight the thing, get out of combat, pick the blessing, get out of the blessing screen, load back in, fight the next thing. It's just like, you just E onto the next one, and it just makes it go so much quicker. So I think they do like have that in mind. Like I think they gave Acheron that ability because they are aware that people don't like farming Sim Universe for the relics. Like I don't farm Sim Universe really that often. I do my 2 a week and that's about it. Which is why my planer set and my ropes are usually 2 of my worst pieces. And it's just because I don't want to farm it over and over again every single day. I'd rather just like farm relics or something else. Anyways, let's keep reading through this. There will be more varied combinations between blessings and curios. Okay, that's good. Also gain more unique effects. We hope Trailblazers will experience more strategic flexibility when they engage in this new game mode. That's really big. That's the fun part of Sim Universe, right? Like you pick the blessings, you pick the curios, and then like that's really big, mostly for Conundrum and like what's the other one called? Swarm. And I really hope they add in another like Swarm or Conundrum type game where it's just a really hard Sim Universe game mode. I really hope they do. I think it's so fun. Regardless of whether you are a frequent player of the current simulated universe, all Trailblazers can participate in this update's Divergent Universe with ease. The Divergent Universe will also become a major research focus in the future of the simulated universe. Current simulated universe will remain the same. Trailblazers can still play the game, earn points, and obtain planar ornaments, etc. Though the Divergent Universe is still undergoing final adjustments, there are some details we can share right now. Rapid planar ornament procurement function available. I really hope this is what MTash mentioned one time, and that it's just a skip button and you get all the relics. In Divergent Universe, all the new planar ornament quick claim function will be made available. After clearing Divergent Universe, Trailblazers can enter the curios and blessings they obtained in this run into a save file. The save file will be... Okay, so it's not what MTash said, where you just like, instead of using the token to not use Trailblazer power, you just like skip it. It's not that, but this is still nice. Like you just get the exact same blessings, which lets you run through it still way quicker. That'll definitely cut down on time a bit. It's not like as fast as what MTash was saying, but it definitely will save some time. Trailblazers can directly challenge different boss enemies using their save file and obtain the corresponding planar ornaments. Wait, maybe it is a skip. So do you not fight trash? So you pick the blessings and you just fight the bosses? If that's how it works, that's really cool. I think I'm understanding that correctly. You just don't even fight the trash. You only fight the bosses with like previous save stuff. Just bosses. That's really cool. Okay, that's actually really big. I like this idea. I think that's a very good compromise between what like MTash was saying and then how it like previously was. I think this is a very good compromise. New Divergent Universe rewards. Divergent Universe also has its own unique rewards. Completing Divergent Universe allows Trailblazers to collect various leveling materials and stellar jades. Clearing Divergent Universe will also net you weekly points for the current simulated universe and let you claim rewards. When it says various leveling materials, is it saying books? Is it credits? Is it traces? I really hope it's traces. Farming traces suck ass. Farming traces is the worst part of this game. Farming traces suck, man. It's like you spend an entire day in the Nihility domain and you get like one extra trace. I hate farming traces. And that, it's kind of my own fault because I do this thing where every single limited character I pull, I always max out their traces. Even if it's like the auto attack and you never auto attack with them, I max out every single trace. Any single one of my limited 5 stars I have, they will have max traces besides Aventurine, which I am working on right now. Aventurine is the only limited character on my account that doesn't have 6, 10, 10, 10. And he is very close. I have all of his the like little stat traces maxed out already, and I think he's like 5888 or something like that. He's like very close. I'll get him there in the next day or two. So I really hope this gives traces, because farming traces is such a pain, man. Restart a challenge with a single button to avoid suffering from unexpected mishaps during your gameplay. There's a new restart challenge option. I no longer have to pretend that my game glitched out and that I had to restart when I lose. Dude, I've done that so many times. Like, Swarm Disasters, like, oh no, chat, what's happening? Why is my game bugging out? I don't have to do that anymore. Nice. That's actually so big though, because like it sucks ass to go through like a whole conundrum run, right? Like you go through a conundrum run. It takes you like an hour. You get to the last boss, and then like one bad RNG just one-shots your entire team. And now you have to go through a whole nother hour just to get back there. Like, that sucks. That sucks. And it's like, you know you could have beaten the boss. You just got bad RNG or something. Or you just did, like, one misplay. And your entire team just got, like, one shot by an AoE attack. So, I think that's big. That you just restart and not have to worry. And they give you your what's it called back? Your technique points back. That sounds nice. Because before, if you did like just like Alt F4 and then log back in, yeah, you could pop back to where you were, but then you didn't get your techniques back. Which there was 1 or 2 times where I knew I could have beaten it, but just because I didn't have the techniques, that was like the difference between me beating it and not beating it. So that's big. New permanent game mode, Apocalyptic Shadow. I really hope this is hard. I really hope it's another conundrum. The new permanent game mode, Apocalyptic Shadow, will bid Trailblazers welcome on version 2.3. Optimizations will also be arriving for Pure Fiction and Forgotten Hall and Memory of Chaos. Okay, big. Face powerful foes, earn points, win rewards. In Apocalyptic Shadow, Trailblazers must face materializations of finality. Kiana? Kiana? Kiana, chat? Finality? Kiana? Kiana? Hello? Finality? Is that our girl? And defeat bosses they have faced before. These formidable foe materializations will have slight differences between them and regular enemy bosses. Trailblazers can check out the details by reading about the enemy traits. Is this a Sim Universe thing? I'd assume like this is all about Sim Universe. I'll assume this is Sim Universe, but they also kind of mentioned MOC and Forgotten Halls. We hope that Apocalyptic Shadow will bring new combat strategies and richer gameplay experience to Trailblazers. Mind your team setup and combat strategy. Defeat formidable foes. Earn high scores and attain your rewards. Obtain up to 720 stellar jades in each phase. Okay. I wonder how long the phases are. And will it be repeatable? It's a scheduled rotation. Like, I really hope it's repeatable. That's the thing that kind of makes me sad about, Conundrum and Swarm Disaster, and why I've been like very slow about beating Conundrum is like I really like that endgame. Conundrum and Swarm Disaster are my two favorite endgames. But the thing is, it's not really replayable. You just beat it once and you're kind of like done. And it's like, yeah, you could get like all the little side things in like Swarm Disaster, but it's like once you beat it once, it's like there's no like updates to make it harder or anything. So it kind of takes away some of the fun of it once you've beaten it. So I really hope they do something as hard as Conundrum or Swarm Disaster, but somehow make it like change or get harder somehow. And doesn't just have like an end to it. And I'm hoping this is it. The other thing is, I was thinking about this today. I've talked about this with you guys before, but this is a while ago. Maybe my chat's opinion has changed. But this is gonna sound dumb. Maybe not. But I kind of wish that MOC and Pure Fiction gave half the rewards that they do right now. I wish that, like, take all the Stellar Jades they give, cut them in half. And chat's gonna be like, why? Why would you want less rewards? Stick with me here. Double the amount of time that you could do them. Instead of having MOC update every 4 weeks and Pure Fiction update every 4 weeks, have it be every other week. Like back when MOC was 2 weeks, I like that. And then Pure Fiction should also be 2 weeks. So it's like 1 week you do MOC, 1 week you do Pure Fiction, 1 week you do MOC, 1 week you do Pure Fiction, instead of like 2 weeks of nothing, Pure Fiction, 2 weeks of nothing, MOC. It's like literally just let us alternate every other week. And if you're worried about like giving out too many rewards because of that, just cut them in half. Like I am actually fine with that. It's like I am getting less Stellar Jade per hour of my time. Even though I'm getting the same amount of Stellar Jades, it's less per hour of my time. Because instead of having like getting that amount in 1 run, now I have to do it in 2 runs. And I'm okay with that, actually. I actually like that. That, if it was like every week it like refreshed. You either had Pure Fiction that week or you had MOC that week. Like, I don't think that's too much. Like, Pure Fiction, you could finish in, like, half an hour. MOC takes a little longer. MOC probably, depending on how good your account is, could take you a couple hours, or it could take you, like my account could probably go through MOC in, like, 45 minutes, an hour. Like, all of it. From, like, what is it? Like, 7's the first one you have to do or something. I could go through all of that in, like, an hour. But I really don't think it's like that much to just have like one of those to do per week. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe people are like, nah, that's too much. What's chat saying? Chat, what do you guys think? I'm a content creator, so it's kind of like more content is just better for me. But like, love for you guys. Would you guys like getting half the rewards for Pure Fiction and MOC? But getting to do it twice as often. Personally, I would rather like Pure Fiction's fun. I like MOC way more though. I think that's the issue. It's like I was very excited when I heard they were adding Pure Fiction to the game. Like, oh no way, like we're getting Pure Fiction. Like a new endgame, like repeatable mode. Like that's cool. Like we'll have more content to do. But it almost feels like I have less to do. Because MOC is definitely harder than Pure Fiction. So now it's like I just have less to do. Because like Pure Fiction I could finish in like half an hour. And then until I had the E6 Acheron, like MOC could be kind of challenging sometimes from even my account until I had E6 Acheron. So it's kind of like I don't know. I feel like we lost Endgame in a way. Even though we gained a whole new game mode, I feel like we had less time spent in Endgame content because of Pure Fiction. Which is a shame because I think Pure Fiction as a game mode is great because it completely changes the meta and lets you build teams and use characters that otherwise wouldn't be meta. So I think that's great, but it just takes away because you finish it way quicker than MOC. I don't know. The only other thing though is like at this point I stomp MOC. So like, does it really even make a difference for me? Like, I absolutely stomp MOC. And it's like, yeah, I could take out my Acheron and beat it without Acheron, but it's like Acheron's my favorite character. Like I was gonna use Acheron. I was an Acheron main, whether she was the best character in the game or the worst character in the game. I'm a huge Honkai Impact fan. I love Mei. Mei is my second favorite character in Honkai Impact. Kiana's my first. So it's like I was using Acheron no matter what. She could have been Arlon tier, or she could be the best character in the game, which she basically is. You could argue Ruan Mei is better. Honestly, I think Acheron is more impactful to an account than Ruan Mei at this point. But it's like I would have used her either way. So it's kind of like, yeah, I could not use Acheron, but then it's like she's my favorite character, and it's like that's the whole point in gacha. Is you play gacha games because it's like you want to use the characters that you like. So it's like, why would I not use the character that I like to beat the content? And it's like, I don't know, kind of sucks. Like I wish there was a little bit of a revamp to MOC because right now, like I just stomp it. There's just nothing to do. I just beat it. And so now it's like I'm gonna do Sarah's challenge today of like not using Ruan Mei and not using Acheron, but it's like it kind of sucks too. It's like Acheron's my favorite character, but at least it'll make it challenging to not use the two best characters. MLC revamp is the new mode though from their content, for their context. Is this a new MOC mode, chat, or is this a new Sim Universe? I thought this was all Sim Universe. Chat, do we know, is this gonna be Sim Universe or is this MOC? Like, will this have blessings and curios, or will this be more just kind of like your base account? They mentioned it rotating with MOC and PF. New MOC PF game mode. The addition of the new... Oh, so, okay, so it does pop in. The addition of the new Apocalyptic Shadow game mode, the regular game modes will also be undergoing scheduling shifts seen in the game below. Specifically 2 weeks after Apocalyptic Shadow is updated, a new pure fiction phase will commence. And after another 2 weeks of pure fiction, so memory chaos will only update once every 6 weeks now. So it's going from 4 weeks to 6 weeks. Is that what I'm understanding? We're only getting MOC once every 6 weeks now. See, I don't like that. I don't like that. So now we only get pure fiction once every 6 weeks, and we only get MSC once every 6 weeks. It's like, yeah, we're getting Apocalyptic Shadow in there, but it's like, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of that. I feel like it'd be better if it was just every week. Like, you have Apocalyptic Shadow 1 week, Pure Fiction the next week, Memory Chaos the next week, Apocalyptic Shadow the next week. Like, one per week. Just one endgame a week. You have a whole week to finish one endgame mode. Like, I don't think that's too much. Pure Fiction takes like half an hour to beat. MSC takes like an hour to beat. I don't know. Like, I think just having one endgame content that you can work on per week just feels way better. It's like, I'm glad they're adding in another game mode. That's huge. Like, I don't want to take that away from them. I'm very happy they're adding in another endgame mode. That's awesome. I just wish it was more often. Which, I don't know. I feel like some people take that as me, like, criticizing, like, the game or the devs, but it's like, it's not. Like, I'm literally saying I want to play your game more. That's actually what I'm saying. I'm literally saying I will take the same amount of rewards for twice the effort. I just want to play your game more. That's literally what I'm saying. I don't know. Like, I'm literally just asking to just play their game more. So I hope that doesn't come off as me, like, insulting them. Like, I'm so happy that they're adding Endgame, because that was such an issue with Genshin, is that they never updated, changed, or added Endgame. It was just the pure, it was, or not Pure Fiction, what was it called? Spiral Abyss. It was just Spiral Abyss. The same floors over and over again. And that was it. You did it once every 2 weeks, and you were done. So I'm like, I'm glad that they're changing it up and they're adding more game modes. I just wish that the frequency was more often. Like one game mode per week, I don't think is too much to ask for. And then that still gives you 3 weeks to finish it, right? Because like, think of it, like, you have 6 weeks to finish this, right? Because the next Apocalyptic Shadow will come back in 6 weeks. So you have 6 weeks to finish this game mode. So if you cut everything in half, you would still have 3 weeks to finish this, 3 weeks to finish this, 3 weeks to finish this. So if one day you want to just sit down and do it all, or if you wanted to spread it out, like, it could work either way. You'd have 3 weeks to do it. I don't think it's, like, too overwhelming. I also want them to do a game mode. I was kind of thinking about it. I was like, how can they do, like, another Conundrum type game mode? Right? Because, like, Conundrum already got to the point of, like, it was one-shotting people's entire team. So it's like, how do you add in, like, a new Conundrum style game mode and make it even harder, but not impossible? And I was thinking about it, and they should just do Conundrum. But there's 2 teams. You have 2 sides in Conundrum, and the build is the same for both sides. So now you can't just build completely around a dot team. You can't just build completely around Acheron. Now you have to think. Like, you can't just go, I'm gonna build Erudition and just hit for 10 billion damage with Acheron on my ultimate. And then on the other side, like, your Kafka and, like, Black Swan, who, like, aren't really ultimate focused and they're more dot focused, are just, like, suffering. Like, now you have to, like, plan. Like, how am I gonna organize these teams and organize my blessings in a way that, like, your path works for both teams? I think that would be really fun. I think that would be really cool. I think that's a good way to make, like, a new Conundrum game mode and make it harder without making it impossible. Because, like, Conundrum's already at the point where, like, it just one-shots you if you're not careful. So it's like, how much harder can you really make it by just increasing stats? Because eventually you're just gonna get to the point where things just kill you and there's nothing you can do about it. Anyways, I just thought of that because I saw the team setup function optimization. It just kind of made me think of, like, adding a second team to Conundrum. I think would be cool. Anyways, the crew will make certain optimizations to the team setup in Apocalyptic Shadow, Pure Fiction, and Forgotten Home, and Rikas. But I assume that means you can, like, save teams and, like, relics and stuff. Players can set up their teams in advance when playing the above game modes. The system will allow them to quickly bring their preset teams. Yeah, that's nice. It's not like, I don't know. I feel like people always ask, like, in Genshin for, like, artifact presets, and, like, people have asked for, like, relic presets in Honkai Star Rail. I think it's fine if they add it. I've never really struggled with that though. Like, I've never been like, damn, I really wish there was a relic preset system right now. Or like a team preset system right now. I never use... Okay, here, we can even go. I never use team presets. If we go to... I don't know, maybe it's just me. Where's party? Team setup. I never use these. Like, this is literally from the start of the game. This was from the very start of the game. This is Natasha over here. I've never used it. I don't even know why this team is here. I never used Don Hung. I've never used Asta. I don't even know why this... Like, I don't use these. I've never been super like, oh, we need team presets. We need relic presets. I don't think it's a bad addition. I don't think it's, like, gonna hurt the game. Like, overall, it's, like, a small gain. But, like, I've never been at the point, like, I need this. But I can understand why others might want it. But I'm also the type of, like, I don't like sharing relics between my characters. I don't know what it is about me. I did this in Genshin too. I don't like sharing relics between my characters. I like my characters having their own sets that they always have on them. I don't like having them share sets. Like, this piece is for this person, and that's it. Is it the optimal way to play the game? No. But it makes me happy. And I could beat everything in the game and it's single player. So that's how I'm gonna play the game. But I could understand why people would want stuff like this, but I don't think it's like the biggest thing ever. It's like a nice little quality of life thing for certain people. Additionally, a new function will allow Trailblazers to drag and drop characters already selected for Node 1 and Node 2 to quickly adjust the characters' teams. That's nice. When you like put someone on one team, you're like, wait, actually I want them on the other team. You don't have to like take them out, take someone out from the other side, put them in, put someone in on the other side. You just like, nope, move Kafka down here. That's nice. That's actually a nice, little nice quality of life change. But again, I don't think it's like make or break for the game. It's just a nice little quality thing. Consult your friend's idea behind their team lineup. After the version 2.2 update, Trailblazers can also view the team setups their friends use to clear pure... Oh, that's cool! Like, people have wanted, like, multiplayer type stuff. And this obviously isn't multiplayer, but it's kind of, like, slowly inching towards that. Like, maybe one day they'll do... I don't even know what you would do in multiplayer in this game. It's not like Genshin, where you can just, like, run around and jump and stuff. It's like, you're kind of just there. Like, I don't even know what you'd do in a multiplayer of this game. Or how that would work. But it's kind of cool. You just see what your friends are up to. Like, oh, what did they run? How did they do? In future updates, Trailblazers will be able to view the key stats, relics, and light cones the characters and their friends' team were using. Should you be out of ideas of these permanent and challenging game modes, you can use the new system to consult your friends' lineups. That's really cool. I like that. Cause like, I wonder if I could just do that. Maybe I'll do a account review night when this comes out. Maybe I'll do like one night. I'll drop account reviews down to like 300 channel points again. And I'll just do account reviews all night through this and see how that is. I think that'd be cool. I think that could be a fun way to do it. I'll be real, I hope they up relic space. I'm at 1.8k. I don't think I've ever hit relic cap. But I don't farm relics too often because I'm always farming traces. Because I usually get one character per patch. I've skipped every man and I pulled every woman, which usually means I skip one banner and then pull the next banner. Because they've mostly done like man, woman, man, woman. Aventurine was the first man I pulled. But even then, like, I maxed out every single character that I pull, right? Like, every single limited character I pull, I always max out their traces. I always max out their light cone. It might not be their signature, but I'll max out a light cone that's, like, now their light cone, right? Like, this, like, What's an example? Like Ruame. Like this isn't Ruame's signature Lycone, but this is her Lycone. Like no one else gets this Lycone. This is Ruame's Lycone. This does not come off Ruame. My characters don't share. My characters do not share. And it's the same thing with relics. Like I'll get them a full relic set, everything 15 out, like right main stat, right 4-piece and right 2-piece. Like I treat my characters pretty well. They're not like their stats usually aren't insane, but I usually get them a functioning relic set, maxed out traces, and like a best in slot 4-star or like a 5-star like maxed out. And they're all level 80. They're all level 80. So I don't spend as much time farming relics as some people. But again, that's another thing where it's like it doesn't affect me, but I can also understand why other people would want it, because some people farm a lot of relics. So again, I don't think there's any harm in increasing the amount of relics you can hold. Put the Apocalyptic Shadow, Pure Fiction, Forgotten Hall, Memory Chaos game modes will bring Trailblazers, bring strategic experience. We also welcome Trailblazers to share their own thoughts and suggestions to the crew anytime. Overall, I think this is a huge W. Getting a new endgame mode is awesome. Like, we've gotten so many endgame modes. We started with Memory of Chaos and just, like, base sim universe, right? Those were our 2 endgames. And then we got Pure Fiction. We got Swarm Disaster. We got Golden Gears. And now we're getting Apocalyptic Shadow. So we have 6 endgame modes now. Did I miss any, chat? We're up to 6 endgame modes, right? We're up to 6? I think it's 6. Pretty sure I didn't miss any. Golden Gears, Pure Fiction, Swarm Disaster, MOC, just base sim universe, and Apocalyptic Shadow. I think we're up to 6. So, like, that's awesome. I just wish that the frequency was higher. Like, I really don't think... I don't know, maybe I'm wrong and I'm out of touch, but I think most of the community wouldn't complain if the length of everything here just got cut in half. You could cut the rewards in half, too. That's fine. Like, if you don't want to hand out more rewards, that's fine. Just cut the length in half. Make this 1 week, make this the next week, make this the other. You have 3 weeks to complete everything. Like, 3 weeks to complete 1 endgame mode is plenty of time. So then every 3 weeks you get a new Apocalyptic Shadow. Every 3 weeks you get a new Pure Fiction. Every 3 weeks you get a new MOC. That way we have 1 endgame mode per week. But even if they don't do that, it's still an overall win. Like, we're getting a whole new endgame mode, so I can't complain too much. I'm just nitpicking. Because I really like Honkai. I really like this game, so I just want the best for it. Anyways, chat, this might become a YouTube video. If it does, say goodbye to YouTube. YouTube, if this does become a video, thanks for hanging out. Join the Discord. Come check me out on Twitch. Come follow. Look at chat. Yeah, look at chat waving goodbye. You could be a part of that. Look, you could be a part of that, YouTube. Come on. Come join us. You don't bite, I promise. Well, I don't promise. Anyways, YouTube, this becomes a video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!